Okay, here's the layout of the craps table. This is basically, you're looking at the left side of the crap table. The other side is exactly the same thing. It's just in like a mirror version opposite. Okay, gist of the game. We have pass line, we have don't pass, we have field, come, don't come, numbers up top, and you're like, what is all this stuff? Well, let's start simple with the pass line. Pass line basically starts out with the come out roll. Come out roll means this thing is off. This is off. See this puck here? That means you're on the come out roll. And basically what you're trying to do, you're trying to roll one of these numbers up top here, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, or 10. And then we have to roll that again, which is considered your point number. So the pass line starts out the come out roll. Now, basically you take your money and you put it here like that. Take your money on the pass line, you just put it there just like that. You can only allowed to do that when this marker is on off. Okay, so now you would roll the dice, or whoever's shooting would roll the dice, and if 7 or 11 comes up, you win. Now you win even money. And what the dealer will do, the dealer will come out and put money next to it like that just to indicate that he paid you. Okay, then you pick your winnings up and put it in the rack and whatnot. 2, 3, or 12 rolls, you lose. Okay, so the dealer's going to scoop it up and put it in his bank. We're assuming that that didn't happen. We're assuming that a 6 rolled. Any other number, what's going to happen is this puck's going to flip over. And now it says on. And he's going to go, we'll say 6 roll. He's going to put that right there. So now you have to roll a 6 to win. Now what happens, the shooter's just going to keep rolling and rolling and rolling, hopefully. And none of those numbers don't mean nothing to your bet. The only thing that's going to change your bet at this point is a 6 or a 7. 7 rolls, done. Goes off, puck goes off. And that's considered a 7 out. And then it'll go to the next shooter. You're done shooting, you're done. So, we'll say that didn't happen. And you won. And you rolled the 6. And what's going to happen now, the dealer's going to come out and pay even money. Okay? So this is the gist of the game. Okay? The gist of the game. That's the pass line. Basically, you got to roll a number, you got to roll it again to win, which pretty much beats the odds of the 7. Okay, so that's the pass line. Don't pass is the opposite. I'm like, what's the opposite of pass? Well, it's like betting with the casino. You're betting the guy's going to go out. So say you have 10 bucks, 10 cent, whatever denomination you're playing, you put it on the don't pass bar. Okay, now it's the total opposite. So here the pass line is 7-11, you win on the come out. Alright? This you lose. Done, goes away. Over here, pass line 2-3-12 loses. Over here 2-3 wins. But 12 is a push. And it actually states on here, I don't know if you can say it or not. It actually says that there's a little picture of the two dice there, and what that means it's a push. That means nothing happened. It's like nothing rolled. Okay, let's say the point comes up, and they roll the 4. Okay, they roll the 4. So now you want the 7. You're playing with the casino. You want the 7. Okay, so if the 7 rolls, which is highly in your favor, dealer will come out and do that. Guy 7'd out, you won, everybody else lost. Okay? If the guy makes the 4, everybody else wins and you lose. Because you're betting with the casino. You're hoping the guy's going to go out. So, that's the pass and don't pass, which is pretty much the whole game in a nutshell. And there's a bunch of other stuff going on, which I'll explain at a later date. Right now, we're gonna go into talking about dice and probability, and we'll continue with that. Okay, dice probability, which is every number is different. It's different than dice coming out. We got 2 dice here. All right, your evil number is the 7. There's 6 ways of making this 7. Believe it or not, there's 6 ways of making this 7. This is one way, 5-2. 5-2 is one way, and basically 2-5 is the other. And so basically, if you were to change this into a 2, so that's 2 different combinations of 7 coming out. Okay. There's also the dreaded 6-1, and there's 2 ways of that coming out. 6-1 and 1-6, because there's 2 different type of dice. This is one die, so a 1 could roll here, and a 6 can roll here. Okay, so that's 2 more. The other one we have the 4-3. 4 on one die, 3 on the other, and then vice versa, 3 and 4. So that's 6 ways of making a 7 higher than any other number combination on the dice, and 7 is dead middle of the dice roll. It's the numbers that could roll are anywhere from 2 to 12. The 7 is dead middle. Okay. Now we're going to talk about odds of this stuff coming out. Okay, so there's 36 different combination on these 2 dice. 36. I just explained 6 of them to you. So 1 out of 6 is a chance of this 7 rolling. So you roll 6 times, one of them should be a 7. That's the odds of this stuff rolling. And you got to remember, this game is an odds game. A casino's based everything on odds. It's not roll a million times and see what comes up and do this fancy Excel spreadsheet. That's not the answer. This is a probability. It's set. The odds of this stuff rolling is in stone. It might take a million rolls to prove it, but really there's nothing to prove. It's there. It's not theory. It's fact. Okay? So, 7's a bad number, right? Well, at least when we got this puck up. And this is on. Alright, so we have the whole board now we're looking at. Now we're going to look at this 4. I'll look at the 4, since that's the first one. 4. Oh, there's a way of making a 4. A 3 and a 1. A 3 and a 1. That's a way of making this 4. Okay, so that's one way. A 3 and a 4. 3 and a 1 rather, excuse me. 3 and a 1. Okay. So that's a combination. Another combination is 1 and 3. You're probably thinking this is the same crap. But at probability time, it's not. 1 and 3. So that's 2 ways of making a 4 now. Okay, so now there's one more. And what do you think this is? It's 2 and 2 equals 4. How about that? This is considered a hard way. Okay, hard way. That means both die show the same face, so to speak. Okay, so there's 3 ways of making a 4. So if you roll a 4 and you come out, you got 3 ways of making it, but oh wait a minute, we got 6 ways of losing. Well, how the hell does that work, right? And you're thinking, well, this don't make no sense now. It's in the casino's favor to lose now. And the casino's favor to win. And we're the ones that are going to lose. But this is where I get into your odds, which I want to talk about next. Say you got $10 here, and the points are 4, and we're playing 4, okay? We're playing 4. Now there's a thing on the table that's not there. Now see this space? This space right here, where there's nothing? That's where you put your free odds down. So, say we put equivalent of $10 down. Okay, that's your odds. A lot of dealers will tell you to do this. They'll tell you to they'll take odds, and it's actually kind of irrational not to do it. There's all different types of bets on the table, and some of the good ones are not labeled. Now, if the points are 4, okay, now we just discussed there's 3 ways of winning and 6 ways of losing. So that's, if you do your fractions right, that comes out as, it's twice. It's 2x. So there's there's double the amount of ways of losing than there is to win. Now, basically, what they're going to do, if you win this, the guy rolled a 4. He comes back with the hard 4. Bam, hard 4. Okay, everybody starts cheering because everybody won a line. And what happens is, pass line's an even bet. Okay, so the dealer's going to do that. Pass line and don't pass is always an even bet. These odds back here that we put up, this pays you true odds of it coming out. So this is where I'm talking about you have to know the odds of the number. Okay, so we know this was twice as hard to make. There's only 3 combinations on here. 6 combinations for the 7. That's twice as hard. Okay, so what's the dealer going to do? Dealer is going to pay you twice. Okay, so for every 1 chip, he's going to pay you 2 because it was such a hard number to make. Okay, that's a correct payout for a 4 and a 10. The 10 shares the same amount of combination on the die. It's a 6 and a 4, and the 2 5s come up, and 4 and 6 obviously the other way. So that's the correct payout on a 4 and a 10. Okay, this is how odds are calculated and how the payout gets calculated. Okay, so let's start over and let's pick a different number now because there's three sections of this which I want to talk about, and I took the outside numbers. Okay, we're going to put 10 on the pass, and we're going to say we rolled a 5 now. Okay, we rolled a 5, and the 5 and the 9 are the same numbers, the same combination. 5 and 9 has the same odds, is what I'm saying is. So the 5 and the 9 has the same odds together. 4 and 10 have the same odds. 5 and 9, 6, 8. So you work your outside. 5 and 9, second one in, it's the same, and then the 2 in the middle. Okay? So we learned that 4 and 10 have 3 ways of coming out. 5 and 9 have 4 ways of coming out. So it's slightly better now, okay? It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. Alright. 5. 4 and 1. Okay, it's one combination. 1 and 4. The other way around, just like I explained earlier. That's a combination. And yes, 2 and 3 equals 5. And 3 and 2 equals 5. Okay, so there's your 4 combination. Your 4 combinations on the 5. Same thing for the 9. Okay? That's the 9. 6 and 3, 5 and 4. It's the same thing. Alright, so we're playing 5, right? So now I want to explain the payout. Now the payout is different. Payout is different. Okay, you got 10 down here. Bam, winner, 5. Okay? 5. Now, what happens now? Well, there was 4 ways to win, 6 ways to lose. So if you do your common denominator and all your happy fractional stuff, you come out, it pays 3 for every 2. Okay? So the dealer is going to come out, the dealer is going to do this. Even money bet, which is always even, it doesn't matter what number it is. And we're going to pay you 3 for every 2. So that means laying odds down on the 5 and 9, you have to have even money down here. You have to have it $2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It has to be an even number. So the best way to remember this when you're at the table and there's all this action going on and you're drinking, your buddies are playing and all this happy stuff's going on, the last thing you want to know is what's the odds of a number coming out. Best thing to keep in your head, odd numbers up top, 5 and 9, have to have even odds. So odd numbers need even odds. That's the best way to explain it. Everything else, well, the 4 and 10 you can put any number down because it pays double. You can put 1 white chip down, which is $1 in the casino, and that would be fine. Okay, 2 more numbers I need to explain. Okay, we stay on the pass line, and we're going to stay there because we want to explain the next set of numbers. And the next set of numbers, they are very popular. They're very popular. It's the 6 and the 8. And there they are. 6, 8. And these have almost even numbers of this coming out. We're going to say the 6 is on versus the 7. Now there's 5 ways to make a 6. 6 ways to make a 7. So it's almost 50-50 here. That's why a 6 and 8 are very, very popular. Okay? 5 ways to make a 6, 5 ways to make an 8. Okay? We'll zoom out a little bit here and we're going to explain these numbers to you. Okay, we look at the 6, and the first one is going to be the hard way. 3 and 3. Okay, and that's a 6. Okay? That's one way of making that. Okay? One way of making a hard 6. Okay? It's 1 out of 36. Okay? Here's another one. If I can find it. 2 and 4 equals 6. Okay? And vice versa. 4 and 2. So now we discovered 3 ways of making a 6. And there's one more. 5 and 1, and 1 and 5. So that's 5 ways of making a 6. 7, there are 6 ways, so the ratio is 5 to 6. So now let's figure out our odds payout. Let's come back here to our pass line and zoom in on it, and we're going to explain how this gets paid out. Now what happens is you got to roll the 6, winner. They will say winner, you won. Now what's going to happen is they're going to pay you $6 for every 5 because that's the ratio. Okay, and that's the That's the breakdown of, that's the odds of that 6 rolling versus the 7. Okay? They're going to come out. They're going to pay even money like every other number does. But let's have our odds down first. Wouldn't that help? Okay. 6 winner. 10. 10 and 2. Okay? So, that pays 6 for every one. So for every chip, like that, this was your original bet, they're going to pay you that. And I had this on here, so I get 12. I'm getting 12. Okay? That's how the 6 and 8 work. Okay? So that's odds. That's the pass line explained with the odds. Okay?